So now even on you, to show you this, right? Now you can just feel how heavy your arm is, right? But if I just put you here with your hand here and just suddenly like this asking you to bear weight, do you see how you're not recognizing the arm? Okay? So see how I'm just lightly rotating the elbow, trying to get you to recognize your hand more.
You gotta go find her?
Do you see how slowly I'm going?
Where's Arlie?
I'm not sitting here going, la, 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 you know. I'm just rotating the back of the spine.
I love that scrunch.
There we go, into the hand. Do you feel that now?
Where are you going?
And then I'm going to back off, going back to your pelvis. Notice I'm not moving the hand. Meaning I'm not lifting it there. See now how you're much more solid about what your hand is doing? And coming back. So now here I'm just rotating. Again, when I say rotating, what you're looking at from straight on, you might see me be going left, right, left, right. I'm rotating the elbow and I'm rotating the vertebrae in the middle of the back. Now, this would depend on someone. If someone had a scoliosis, let's say, and they were more top heavy, I might have to do it more from here.
Well, I had a scoliosis.
You know, but I'm just saying, depending on the severity. Like if you were like this, right? See now how the hand position is different. So if you were like that, see to go over to your hand is different versus if I started doing it this way first. There, now the arm is starting to separate from the back. Do you feel how the arm is now can rotate around more? Whereas before the shoulder was very stiff. Now see? See? Look at that extension.
And is this the getting
Don't
up
bother.
just the same as you were doing, what you were saying with Max when he was getting up from his spine and
Max, yeah.
how he was doing it?
And the
This
same
is
thing with
same thing.
Arlie of knowing where she was in space. You were worried her arm was twisted. Look what I can do with her arm. I'm not hurting her.
Watch Arlie's face. Good catch, Arlie.
Just move the cart. Do you see how he's like a typical guy? He's like, hey, sweetheart, I got some wheels and I got some good stuff. What do you want? And she's going, no.
Do you like my truck?
Look at that scrunched up face you're making. It's too cute.
So now, see how the back is rotating around the hand. Again, I'm not, see, you're just moving the hand there. So I went too far. Do you see that when your hand started to slide? Because you should be able to do that, see? You can't bend your back like I was talking about, right? Now again, you saw me do it. You saw Max do it. I know you're a black belt. So this is where, again, I keep the hand where it's supposed to. And see, I start twisting that back around the hand. You see how I don't have to touch the hand? But I'm working on your whole spine around the hand. There we go. See the difference now? Like what Arlie was doing. See, I could just rotate and rotate. Now, if I did this rotation and Arlie suddenly went, so let me rotate around and now make your hands real tight. So see how I can't do it? So there's no way I would be flipping her in the air in this kind of thing. So relax. Right, now see how even it got better? So now, as I'm rotating you around, grab your hand off the table. So as I'm rotating around, pull your hand up and grab it. See the difference? See how you're falling? Do you see how I can feel that falling? So so lift your hand up. So I wouldn't do this to her either because she's left her hands off the, right? But now I could do this. Put it down, put it down. Now I can do this.
Where's Arlie? You find her?
That was a fall. You see how that was a fall? I can do this. No, let your hand go down.
You're such a teaser, Arlie Crawford. I see a
Some
heartbreaker in the
difference.
future.
I can go here.
She's a little boyfriend.
And down here, and I can tuck, tuck, tuck.
And she'd ignore it.
Isn't she pretty? But here now, watch the difference. Versus coming out here. Do you see how much nicer that is? But you see how I'm still working with the transfer of your weight. I'm transferring your weight. I'm not doing this. Okay, I want you to go down on your elbows. Do you feel the difference of what your body wants to do? Right? Even from here now, if I go into rotate and rotate. Right? But see how I'm working with your movement? Versus, okay, so now right here, I want you to, no, I want you to rotate over. Do you see the difference in therapy? Or approach to the body? Even if I did here, okay, so I want you to put your hand down and go, okay, and now, okay, no, your hand needs to be a bit further. Versus again, this natural rotation. You see how your body just wants to work with.
That moves pretty quickly.
But hand does what he needs to do, not just moving things.
Right, but I want you to feel the significance of the touch. So if I'm just sitting here versus doing very small movements, you see I'm looking for you to turn around your tush, turn around your tush, turn around your, even though hands here on the vertebrae, hands on the lower chest cavity, I'm not doing this, where I'm just sort of touching the area. When I touch, saying, all right, twist to the rest, go to your, okay, so now go to your right femur, go to your right foot,
We have to wait.
go to your right bum. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to move my hands to move my intentions. Okay? That's where it's the same thing with throwing the punch. I can start throwing an elbow strike, but even though I'm taught to throw it to the, let's say, to the back of the head, if I did an elbow strike against your, so if I go here, this is what I'm taught. But still, if I go here, it's still a decent block. I still can, do here, I can do here, I can do here. It's still a valid move. I can suddenly do this. So it's the same thing. If you have an intention behind your touch, you're going to do more with it. But you see too, it's that transfer of weight. Transfer, balance and counterbalance. Now if I tighten my abs, see the difference? I can't transfer your weight just because of that. That's what I was trying to show Holly when she was working on her knees. I'm not saying she can't work with someone on her knees, but then she's got to work on other areas to have more movement.
Right.
So I let my abs go. All right, again, see how I can transfer and I can transfer. So even if I were to touch you and say, her eyes aren't going to work. Her eyes aren't going to work. Do you see how, look at how static your back gets. So even if my intent is not successful, versus, oh, look at her eyes go from the left to the right, they're just floating in her head. I didn't change my touch, but I changed my intent. Does that make more sense? Oh, she won't be able to look up. She won't be able to look up. Look at what it does to you. But if I say, oh, look up, look up. I support the back to say, oh, look up. But she's doing it with the visual stimuli. So if I actually ask you to say, look at that clock back there, and now look at your feet, and look at that clock. But she might be doing that with beads, where the beads go up,
Find her. Where's Arlie?
and I go right there with the back, and the beads go down.
There she is.
That's how I work with her vision expertise.
There she is. She's putting
See, now having worked on that side versus this
Hi,
side.
handsome.
From just that little bit and playing and talking and stimuli going on around, whether the person still improves if your intent is proper. But if I sat there again and said, okay, now I want you to sit up really straight now in this position I want you to start lifting your foot up, and with all this going on, it's just failure for the system. And what's worse is that your system then feels, I didn't listen to Michelle properly. But if I touch you in a way, even though again I'm talking and I can talk with Donald Duck and whatever, your system automatically, just like I was doing with Arlie, I wasn't showing off with her. I just know her body really well and she knows mine. So in a sense, we're like dancing together. But I know how to honor her sister. Does that make more sense? Now from that, just walk around and feel the difference.
Yeah, he saw mom right now. I think.
Lighter?
Right, but what I want you to do now is stand here and now go to the left. No, bring your foot out. Bring your foot to the left, right? And now do that to the right and feel the difference. See, you feel the difference, how the body doesn't want to go in the same... See how the chest cavity presents more? Or here you're trying to do it with a...
Yeah, you don't say
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even to be right here with a child, this child's stuck. So again, I see the elbow, and it looks like I'm rotating the chest with the spine, but just think, see how the elbow's still there, but I'm getting the space from the elbow to the chest cavity.
One sock? Usually likes one.
You know, but when I'm here, see how much more I can roll over? My elbow's still here, elbow's still here. Now, only at this point did the elbow come up to roll over.
Right.
But if the child's like this, here, look at that. I'm already so unstable, like a three-legged table. So at this point, I'm gonna fall. And when I fall, I've lost the movement. Does that make more sense? So I would much rather, again, you'll see, and you know what I mean? Like I can come and I have so much more to do the movement versus, and again, I'm right up on the elbows versus here. Now I'm lifting and I somehow have to roll and talk at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm stuck and I'm falling off the table. So to touch as if you're transferring, but also how much more stable a system is. See, even here, I still have the elbow down and I'm lifting my leg up. But if my hand was like this, now for me to lift my leg up, now I'm stuck in lift. Roll doesn't happen anymore. And for a low tone kiddo, do you know what I mean? Or that has low tone and high tone, when they're like this and like this, you know, and that's where you're getting, I'm trying to use gravity. Like if I put my head down far enough, I'm gonna roll. Versus, again, that transfer, that inner rotation.